The Niagara Falls Firefighters Association is dedicated to helping their community through public service, both on and off the job. And their most recent fundraiser that was just released is the 2025 Niagara Falls Firefighter Calendar, with proceeds supporting the new South Niagara Hospital and the Niagara Health Foundation. And in studio today, we have Meghan Edgar, a fire prevention officer. She also happens to be one of my best friends since high school. So Meghan, thank you for joining us here on The Source.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited.
This is way too fun. Okay, so we have the firefighter calendar. So why don't you just tell me a little bit about why it's so important for the community, what it is you do, and then we'll get into the calendar.
Okay, well, as an association, what we do for the community is, well, basically the community supports us. The community supports us so much. Even just being here today, you guys were so willing to have me on, you know. So because of the fact that the community supports us so much, we do everything we can on our own time to give back. Fundraising, participating in events, whatever we can do. Okay,
so I mean, it is the calendar, and we'll be showing some video and pictures. So before we get into that, why don't you tell us what kind of preparation goes into getting ready for this calendar?
Well, the models this year, they were working out like crazy from probably January until we did the shoot in June. And yeah, a really strict diet, working out like crazy, really disciplined. They put everything into it, and they did such a great job.
And they're so proud of it.
Yeah.
Of course. And like we said, all of the money raised is going to such a good cause.
Yeah.
How's it going in terms of, you know, sales?
It's going great. So we had an event actually in September, which was our Big Move Bingo, where we launched the calendar. We had over 400 guests at that event. It was wonderful. So we already raised $34,000 from that event.
Wow.
And we're on track to do about 12 to 15,000 from the calendar.
Okay, and how can people get the calendar?
So if you're local and you want to come by any of the fire halls, you can do that. The calendar's $10. Or if you want to order it online, it's a little bit more because we have to cover the shipping and the fees. So you can get it at niagarafirecalendars.etsy.com.
Okay, and we'll make sure we have that up. Why don't you tell us too a little bit about, you know, the importance of fire safety, and we're just coming off of Fire Prevention Week. How important is it, first and foremost, to have working fire alarms?
So Fire Prevention Week, the theme this year was smoke alarms make them work for you. And the reason for that is because we're still finding that the majority of deaths from fire in homes are because they don't have a working smoke alarm. So we want to stress that not only do you need to have a smoke alarm, but you have to make sure that it works. So you should test it once a month. And they do expire after about 10 years, so they need to be replaced as well.
And what about a fire safety plan? A lot of people don't even realize that that's important or don't know what that is.
Yeah, home escape planning. We actually had a family this year who had practiced their home escape plan. They had a really bad fire. The two girls crawled out onto the roof and were saved because they had practiced this in the past. Wow. So it's just something that's really important to practice with your family, know how to get out and know where to meet after, and then everyone can know that you're safe.
And what about for people watching this interview and say, this is all great, but where can we find more information?
So if you have access to the internet and a computer, you can Google any sort of fire safety. The OMFPOA is our provincial firefighter or fire prevention officers association. They've got lots of information. You can even call or visit your local fire station, and we are more than happy to help.
Okay, so we want to get back to the calendar. How long have you been doing this?
We've been doing the calendar for years. This is my and my friend Jen's first time that we've produced the calendar. So we're really proud of it because this is the first one that we've put together. But yeah, I think the department's been doing it for probably 20 years.
And you're in the calendar.
I am in the calendar this year. I was a little bit nervous about it, but so I'm a little tiny picture, but you know, baby steps.
Okay, all right. I know. I was hoping for, you know, a full page. I said I'll just keep it on you in my office. But
yeah.
I mean, these are good. These pictures are, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It could be worse, you know.
Yeah, this is good. All right. And again, so all of the proceeds raised are going to such a great cause. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about where they're going?
Yeah, so they are going towards the Niagara Health Foundation as a whole. Years ago, we started supporting the Niagara Health Foundation through the Big Move Cancer Ride, which went specifically to the Walker Family Cancer Center. Cancer is obviously something that really affects firefighters because of the hazardous exposures that we have. So with the new South Niagara Hospital that's getting built, we wanted to keep it more local. So it's specifically going to the South Niagara Hospital through the Niagara Health Foundation.
Amazing. Well, I mean, it's such a great cause. It's so fun. And these guys really did put their all into it, and not just guys, women as well. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
And, I hope that everyone will go out and get themselves a calendar, and we'll make sure we have the information on the bottom. And thank you so much for coming in, Meg.
Thank you so much for having me. It was awesome.